y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you all with a new video, and today I'm going to be talking about concealers. I'm going to show y'all some of my favorite concealers that I love. And I don't really branch out as much with concealers as much as I do with like foundations. I'll try like every foundation there is, especially if it's matte. But with concealers, I just stick to what I like because I have creasy under eyes and a lot of concealers don't work for me, and I just like to stay with what I know works because, like I said, my under eyes crease up a lot and I don't have time for that. So if something worked as far as a concealer, I pretty much like stick with it. But anyway, let's just get right into it. The first concealer that's one of my favorites is the Urban Decay Correcting, I think it's the color correcting concealer. They have 25 shades in this concealer, and this is a very full coverage, and it is a matte concealer, and I have the shade 60 and this shade is it's a little light, but it works. Usually, this is what it looks like. Usually when I wear this concealer, I put it on top of a darker concealer or a concealer that match more of my skin complexion, but I freaking love this concealer. Like, I don't have to worry about my under eyes creasing up, and when I do use this shade, because like I said, it is brighter, it gives me like that perfect like highlight, but not like too much. Like, once you blend this, even though it looks like, but once I blend it out and everything just comes together, I really love this concealer. So if you're looking for a matte concealer that's full coverage, this would definitely be one of the ones I would recommend. Next concealer I'm going to show y'all that's one of my favorites. It is the Dior Skin Forever concealer, and I have the shade 4.5 in this. I've been thinking about going down to shade 4, but anyway, I really love this concealer. I'm actually wearing it today. This is a very full coverage concealer, and the finish is natural. This is not a matte concealer. So if you're somebody who don't want like matte concealer, you want something more natural, this would definitely be it. And this concealer, this is a very creamy, like hydrating concealer, and it is good for like under eye darkness or just concealing like little dark marks on your face, because I do have some dark marks and I kind of concealed it with this because I don't have a liquid foundation on. But anyway, this is what it looks like, and the shade I have is 4.5 neutral, and I believe they have either 25 or 30 shades of this concealer. And to me, you get a lot of product, and with this concealer you get a little bit more product than you normally would get with concealers. I think this is okay, you get 0.37 fluid ounce. I think the average concealer you get about 0.30 ounce, I'm not sure, so you get a little bit more, but this is a really good concealer. Okay y'all, next concealer I'm going to show y'all is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin High Coverage concealer. I did a review on this a while ago. With this one, I feel like sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with this one. Sometimes I love it, and then sometimes I hate it. And I noticed with this, I have to use a small amount. For me, a small amount goes a long way, because if I go crazy with like a lot of concealer under my under eyes will crease. This one that has one of the claims that it does not crease up. Now, to me, this does crease up if you go crazy with the concealer, but if you just put a little bit under your eye, then you should not have no problem. But if you have dry under eyes, I would not recommend this, because this is very, very matte. To me, this concealer is like perfect for like if you're going to be taking pictures or just on camera in general, because this hides everything under your eyes. You don't have to worry about dark circles, dark marks, redness. Like, this will definitely take care of it. But again, this is a super matte concealer. So if you have dry under eyes, I don't think you would like this. And I have the shade 5.1. Let me show y'all what it looks like. And this is like one of those concealers where you have to work fast because it dries down quick. I would suggest applying it to one eye, then blending it out before going to the other eye, because if you try to put this on, apply both eyes, and then you think you're going to take your sweet little time and blend out one eye and go to, no, this dries down quick and it dries down matte. Okay, and the last concealer I'm going to show y'all is my favorite concealer, and I've talked about this a few times on my channel, and this is the Givenchy Teint Couture Everwear Concealer. This is my favorite out of all of them. Like, this one and the Dior one are my favorites, but this is like #1 for me. And I have the shade 40, I think. hold on, I don't even see it on. Yes, I have the shade 40. This is a medium to full coverage concealer. You can build this up to full if you want it. This is to me more like a radiant to natural finish. This is definitely not matte. So if you want something that's like radiant or natural, this would definitely be it. Now the only thing with this concealer, the shade selection sucks. I think maybe I might be lying by saying they have 15 shades. I believe it's somewhere between 12 to 15. There are not a lot of shades in this concealer, but if you can find your shade, I would highly suggest you pick this up. Like, you will not be disappointed. And this is a very creamy concealer. Let me show y'all what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This is just everything. But with this concealer, this is one where I feel like I could put any powder on under my eyes, any powder to set it with, and I'm not going to have creasing, because I've noticed with a lot of the concealers I showed y'all, when I use certain powders, like for one, I don't know why, like lately, the Laura Mercier powder does not work for me. Like, I have creasing when I put that powder on. I don't know why, like that's starting to happen, but anyway, this I can use any kind of setting powder. I can use a loose powder. I can use a pressed powder, and my under eyes are not going to crease up. The concealer is not going to move. It's going to stay in. Anyway, I love this concealer. This is my favorite concealer. This is like my baby. I have repurchased this time and time again. I'm going to continue purchasing it again. And it also looks so good paired when you wearing the Givenchy foundation. Like, I freaking love this. I highly suggest y'all go pick this up. And I think this is maybe like $35, $40. It's not that much money. Well, it's not that expensive when you're thinking like luxury or high-end brand, because like Givenchy is like really high-end. So $35, $40, that's not a lot. Okay, y'all, that is it for all the concealers that I love. Like I stated earlier, like I don't buy a lot of concealers. I just kind of stick with what works for me, because my under eyes crease up. So if I find a concealer and it works for me, then I kind of just stick to that. So I stay with those 4 concealers. Every now and then I might add another one in, but I always go back to the 4 that I just showed y'all. But anyway, y'all, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.